If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. There is a moment that feels like silence, but it is not silence. It is the moment when two people stop reaching, no messages, no explanations, no closure, just stillness. And in that stillness, something strange happens. At first, it feels like nothing is happening, then it feels like everything is happening at once. Thoughts race, memories resurface, ego stirs, fear whispers. But Stoic wisdom says, this is not an ending. This is the turning point. Because when both stop contacting each other, the game flips, not outwardly, but inwardly, and whoever understands this moment gains power without force, clarity without control, and dignity without begging. This teaching is not about manipulation, it is not about tricks, it is not about winning another person. It is about mastery of the self, the only victory Stoicism ever cared about. In Stoic philosophy, the game is not deception, it is not strategy against another human being, it is the silent contest between reason and impulse. The Stoics believed life constantly tests you through events that press against your emotions. Rejection, distance, uncertainty, silence. When contact stops, the test intensifies, not because the other person is doing something powerful, but because your mind is exposed. The Stoics taught a simple but uncomfortable truth: nothing reveals your inner state faster than being ignored. Why did the Stoics insist that emotional disturbance comes from judgment, not events? Because two people can experience the same silence, and one remains calm while the other collapses. The event is identical, the response is not, therefore, the power does not lie in contact, it lies in interpretation. When contact ends, the mind begins to tell stories: they forgot me. I was not enough. I lost value. I must fix this. Stoicism exposes these stories as assumptions, not truths. And the moment you stop reacting to them, the balance of power shifts, without you doing anything at all. That is the flip. Why silence feels like loss, but isn't. The first reaction to mutual silence is often panic, not because of love, but because of attachment to control. Humans grow accustomed to reassurance, a reply, a reaction, a sign of relevance. When those disappear, the ego interprets it as loss. Stoicism teaches that the ego equates attention with worth. But worth does not fluctuate with attention, only insecurity does. The pain of silence comes from this false equation: if they are not contacting me, I am losing. Stoic reasoning dismantles this illusion: you are not losing anything that was truly yours. What is not freely given was never owned. The moment both stop, why this is critical. When one person stops contacting while the other continues, imbalance exists, but when both stop, something rare occurs. The chase ends. The resistance ends, the emotional tug-of-war collapses. And now, Both minds are forced inward. This is where the game flips. Not because one becomes superior, but because space introduces clarity. The Stoics valued distance, not as punishment, but as purification. Distance removes noise, silence removes illusion, only what is real survives. The Stoic law of reverse attachment. Here is a core Stoic insight rarely spoken plainly: the more you chase clarity from another person, the more you surrender clarity within yourself. When contact stops, the attached mind wants to reach out, to restore certainty. But Stoicism teaches restraint, not coldness, not pride, restraint rooted in self-command. When you do not reach, the nervous system settles, emotional dependency weakens, self-respect stabilizes. Meanwhile, the other person, whether they admit it or not, now faces the same mirror. The silence forces reflection, that is the flip. Why silence shifts power without words. Power, in Stoicism, is never loud. It does not argue, it does not explain itself, it does not demand acknowledgement. Silence shifts power because it removes reactivity, it dissolves predictability, it interrupts emotional patterns. When you stop contacting, you stop feeding the dynamic, and what is not fed must either transform or die. Stoics were not afraid of either outcome. The internal struggle, where most people fail. Here is where many misunderstand Stoic silence. They think the struggle is external. It is not. The real battle happens at night, when thoughts replay conversations, when the urge to check appears, when imagination fills the gaps. Stoicism does not suppress these thoughts, it examines them. Ask, is this thought useful? Is it factual? Is it within my control? If not, release it, repeatedly. This discipline is the true work. Why the person who holds composure wins, without trying. Stoics never chased outcomes, they focused on character. When both stop contacting, the one who maintains dignity does not beg for reassurance, does not dramatize silence, inevitably shifts the dynamic. Not because they manipulate, but because they are no longer needy. Neediness repels clarity, composure attracts truth. The other person now feels the absence, not as control, but as consequence. The paradox, why letting go of the outcome invites it. Stoicism rests on paradox. The less you cling, the freer you become. The freer you become, the less you fear loss. The less you fear loss, the less control silence has over you. Ironically, this inner freedom often reignites respect. But Stoicism warns, do not practice restraint to provoke response. That is attachment disguised as discipline. Practice restraint to liberate yourself. Anything else is a bonus, not the goal. When silence reveals the truth. Mutual silence eventually exposes reality. Either the connection resurfaces naturally, or it fades without force. Both outcomes are victories in Stoic terms, because forced connection is weakness, clarity, even painful, is strength. Stoics preferred a hard truth over a comforting illusion. Silence delivers truth cleanly. Stoic detachment is not emotional coldness. A critical misunderstanding must be corrected. Stoic detachment is not indifference, it is freedom from emotional slavery. You still care, you still feel. But you no longer let unanswered messages, delayed responses, mutual silence dictate your inner state. This is emotional adulthood. From seeking to choosing. The ultimate shift happens quietly. At first, silence feels like waiting, later, it becomes choosing. You stop asking, will they come back? And start asking, is this aligned with my values? That is the final flip, from longing to discernment, from attachment to self-respect, from reaction to sovereignty. When you both stop contacting each other, the universe does not collapse, it clarifies. Silence removes illusions faster than conversation ever could. And the Stoic who understands this does not rush to fill the quiet, they sit with it, they learn from it, they grow stronger in it. Because they know, what is meant to stay does not require chasing, what is not meant to stay cannot be saved by effort. And in accepting this, not bitterly, not fearfully, but calmly, you reclaim the only thing that ever mattered, your inner peace.